Not sure what to expect from Fallout 76 and the beta? I got you covered. The beta for Fallout 76 will be open for all platforms very soon. Not sure where to begin and what to expect? I've got 5 things you want to know about the beta of Fallout 76 that might come in handy. I've got loads more Fallout 76 content coming up. This is just an introduction, so let's go. A like would be greatly appreciated as I'm just getting started with this channel. Subscribe to never miss a thing. First things first, let's check out the dates and times for the Fallout 76 beta. It's open on set times, sometimes a bit earlier than announced, but B.E.T.A does close the service at the set times. Check out your time zone to make sure that you won't miss playing Fallout 76 before the game comes out November 14th on PS4, Xbox One and PC. Fallout 76 is an RPG, which means that you want to level up as soon as possible. Just do the missions, kill some ghouls and wait to confront the super mutants and you'll level up very quickly. Don't wander off in the beginning, stay in the area to complete all the missions before going further in the wasteland. Why? I'll tell you in a minute. Every few levels you'll get a booster pack with new perk cards. Fallout 76 is different from previous games in the series and you need a bit of luck to get the right cards to make sure that they fit your character. But don't worry too much about it, it'll be fine. You also get to distribute your skills from scratch, meaning you can pretty much ignore some of them. Seeing that human NPCs are real people in Fallout 76, I went for attributes like perception, endurance and strength and skipped charisma for the first few levels. You can take your progress with you for the final game, so think about your choices. Even more important than leveling up is hoarding in Fallout 76. Don't be surprised when you have to survive with a crappy gun the first few levels. Check out the area, don't wander off and make use of the supply drops to get something like the 10mm pistol, which is always a reliable gun. Be sure to keep searching all spaces for ammunition, which will always go faster than you wish. You can also craft bullets, which I did a lot during the beta. You want to take as much with you as possible, but when you carry too much, you'll get encumbered. Just manage the good stuff and get rid of the heavy goods until you get to build a camp where you can store your stuff. Keep in mind that your base can be attacked by monsters, so when you store valuables, make sure they're protected. FYI, during the beta, I've only built a bed. When you die and don't get revived, you won't lose your inventory. You do have to pick up your junk if you still want it at the place you died. You lose some caps, which also goes for fast traveling. The penalty is never that steep, so don't worry too much about it. Fallout 76 is not an MMO, thank God. It's more like Destiny, which means you can team up with your buddies, but don't have to. You can join events with total strangers and I encourage you to complete them for the rewards. You won't get to complete events when you leave an area, so my advice is to go from place to place until you've seen everything. Don't worry about PvP during the beta. It unlocks at level 5 and even then you have to want to battle the other players to battle other players. Otherwise you will get very little damage. During the beta I didn't fight with other players and I didn't even talk to them. It was a bit annoying that the mic was open so everybody could blurt out what they want. Still, if you don't want to be social, don't be. In Fallout 76 you have to stay hydrated, which is a bit of a hassle, especially because water is polluted most of the time. You can boil water at a campfire or just drink it anyway, which will increase your radiation. You'll also have to eat or you'll tire out very quickly. Just make sure that you take enough food with you and some radaways to get rid of the radiation. Still, it's a hassle. When you get too much radiation you can mutate. This can either have negative or positive effects. In my case my eyes improved, so I made sure that I didn't get rid of it. You can try to use a radaway to remove the effect, but the game says that won't always work. It's an online game, so keep your radiation in check. Better safe than sorry. Combat is a bit different in Fallout 76, which makes sense because it's an online game. You can use VATS, but it won't slow down time as much as in Fallout 4. It's more like a very extreme version of auto-aim that uses action points. It takes some getting used to, but the trick is to be patient during every encounter. Keep a good distance from your enemies and make sure your stamina is always full. In Fallout 76 every bullet counts and VATS will help you out with that. Combat is still a bit clunky during the beta and was even a bit jumpy at times, but I'm sure they will fix that in the future. Still, I skipped the melee combat, which is a bit hard as I've used that almost all the time in Fallout 4. In my experience, you get a lot further with a 10mm pistol in Fallout 76. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, a like would be much appreciated.